I think I'm gonna go for CM Punk to win the title. No, to win to beat Darby Allin. I think I'm going for CM Punk for sure. My prediction is CM Punk. Now the next match is Chris Jericho versus MJF, the final fight. Jericho loses, he's retiring from ringside from AEW. That's a little tricky one. Well, MJF is 3-0 against Jericho right now. And then I think Jericho will beat MJF. Well, I think Jericho should win that match because I'm kind of getting tired of that feud with MJF and Chris Jericho. Like, I'm getting tired of that feud. So, MJF's gonna win. Jericho should retire, man. But Jericho's kind of getting out of shape now. Like, he's still a good wrestler. Like, MJF wants to retire Jericho, man. But I don't know right now. He's gonna be the next Chris Jericho, but I hope Jericho wins. But I like the inner circle. But I don't know right now about that match because I think Jericho's gonna win the match. That match, and I think that I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho to win against MJF. I think that's a time. I think Chris Jericho will beat MJF this time. Like Chris Jericho, I don't. It doesn't make sense. MJF's 4-0 against Jericho. I think Jericho will win that match. I think I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho wins the match. Now the next match will be Miro versus Eddie Kingston. Well, Eddie Kingston's really good talking to microphone. He's pretty good babyface right now. Like Eddie Kingston's doing pretty good as babyface, you know. Miro's one of the God champion right now, and Miro's doing really good. Like he's doing really good. Like he's doing really good in AEW right now. Like his name was Rusev in WWE. Like Miro was doing really good. Like he's the TNT champion right now. Like he's one of the best wrestlers right now. He's one of my favorites. Like I like Miro a lot. I like Eddie Kingston a little bit, but I like Miro more. Like Miro is one of my favorite wrestlers. So I think I'm gonna go. I'm looking forward to that match, but I think that's gonna be a good match. But I think I'm gonna go for is Miro retaining his TNT championship. I think I'm gonna go with Miro retains. Future TNT champion will be Jungle Boy or maybe Pac, and then I think I'm gonna go for Miro to win that match. I think I'm gonna go with Miro. And the next match is gonna be the Steel Cage. It'll be Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros in the Steel Cage match. Man, I really want the Lucha Bros to win. Like they're my favorite tag team. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks are pretty good too. Like they're part of the elite right now. The elite's been pretty good, but I'm saying like I like both tag teams, but I like the Lucha Bros more. They're my favorite right now. Like I like the Lucha Bros. They're my favorite. Well, that's tough to say because I really hope the Lucha Bros win. Like I like both of those wrestlers, but I think that's a little bit of a tough one right now. That the Lucha Bros are gonna turn on Pac. I think Lucha Bros might turn on Pac this Sunday. I think they're gonna help Andrade. I think they're gonna turn on Pac, and I think that the Lucha Bros are gonna beat. Are gonna beat. Are gonna beat. I think the Young Bucks are gonna retain the titles because Kenny Omega is gonna be in the main event later, and I think that Kenny Omega is probably gonna win that match, and then I think that the Lucha Bros are probably gonna lose, and I think the Young Bucks are gonna win, and they're gonna fight Santana and Ortiz at Grand Slam, and I think Santana and Ortiz are gonna be the next tag team champions. Proud and Powerful, like they're gonna be the next tag team champions. I like the Proud and Powerful, like I think they should be next tag team champions, and the Lucha Bros can win it later against the Proud and Powerful. Like I think the Lucha Bros will be tag team champions. Like they're gonna be heels now after. So yep. So I have to try again. So I'm gonna have to say that Brett Baker versus Chris Stanlander. I think I'm gonna go. So Brett Baker defends her title now. Brett Baker versus Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship. I think that I'm gonna go with DMD. Like, I like Chris Statlander right now. Like, she's really good. Like, she's pretty strong. She can do everything as wrestling right now. So I think that right now, I think I'm gonna go with DMD to win the title. I don't want to keep the title longer. I would love Chris Statlander as champion, but I think DMD could lose it to Anna Jay or Rosa or Jay Cardo, but I have no idea right now. I'm not 100%. So I think I'm going to go with DMD to retain. For sure. DMD. I like DMD. She's the GOAT. She's a star right now. She's the GOAT. Like, she should be champion. Now. And then the Women's Battle Casino, and then it's going to be Ruby Riott. It'll be Ruby Solo. Debuts. Well, Nyla Rose, like, I don't like. Nyla Rose is not gonna like. She ran her title run after Brett Baker. Like Brett Baker, well, Nyla Rose just got her title run, so she probably won't get the shot again. I don't want to go after Baker again, but I think I'm gonna go probably with like Thunder Rosa. It's a little bit too early for Thunder Rosa right now. Like she'll win eventually in the future, but it's not yet to be champion with Thunder Rosa. She'll maybe be after Brett Baker or Anna Jay when she's back. Anna Jay could be back this Sunday to help take Courtney to win the Battle Royal, to beat up Penelope and the Bunny. And I think that I'm going to go with Tay Courtney to win the Battle Casino Royal. My prediction is Tay Courtney will win the Casino Battle Royal against Dr. Brett Baker. She'll fight for the Women's Championship. And now, Jon Moxley versus Diaksha. That's a tough one. I'm not really looking forward for that match, really. So that guy is 50 years old, and I don't know his name. Like, he can do everything still as New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, I like New Japan Pro Wrestling, man. But I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go with Jon Moxley winning that match. Like, I'm gonna go for Jon Moxley. Yeah, Chris Jericho. I'm from Winnipeg, and Chris Jericho is one of my favorite wrestlers. But Jon Moxley is gonna win the championship, and then I think that Moxley's gonna win. So the next one will be Andrade El Idolo versus Pac. Man, Pac hasn't been really wrestling as much from last year because of COVID-19 pandemic. He had to go back home to United Kingdom because of COVID. Because during the COVID-19 pandemic, but Pac hasn't done much. Like, I like Pac a lot, but they're gonna maybe give him a push in the future. Like, they're not pushing him great, they're pushing him okay, but I think he's gonna get a really good push when he's gonna be more singles without the Lucha Bros. The Death Triangle is gonna break up. I think I'm gonna go Andrade El Idolo is gonna be a second match this year, and that's gonna be I think Andrade El Idolo, that's a second match, and I really like both wrestlers. I like Andrade El Idolo. I like Pac, but I think I'm gonna go with that match. It's Andrade El Idolo wins the second match. Like, Andrade El Idolo will be world champion in the future. Like, he's gonna be a champion. That guy. He's gonna be a future champion. Andrade El Idolo. Now, the main event: Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. Well, I'm saying right now that Christian Cage just beat Kenny Omega for the Impact title. Like, right now, and I'm saying that it's a tough one. So I think that the AEW, like, they gave him the Impact title, so they don't want to give him the AEW championship yet. Like, Kenny Omega is not ready to lose the title yet to Christian Cage. It's not really. I think Kenny Omega is going to lose it to Hangman Page. Like, when Hangman Page is back. So I think Kenny's probably gonna win that one, and then I think Brian Danielson's gonna come debut in AEW to attack Kenny Omega, or he can debut to beat up, maybe attack CM Punk or Darby Allin. Never know. Daniel Bryan's supposed to be debuting this Sunday. Brian Danielson and oops, I forgot something. Wait, no. I'll skip that match. Wait, Paul White versus QT Marshall. Paul White. That's well, QT Marshall has no chance. Like Paul White's debut. Like I think I'm gonna go for Paul White to win that match. Like Paul White's wrestling debut. Big Show. I think I'm gonna go for Paul White to win that match. That's his wrestling debut. I think Paul White might be wrestling sometime, maybe a little bit more often. Like that's his first time wrestling in AEW.